Story time with Squashbox. Story time with Squashbox. Story time with Squashbox. Story time with Squashbox.
Hello everybody and welcome to Squashbox Storytime. Once upon a time there was a rabbit, and this rabbit's name was Bob. Now, Bob the rabbit lived at the Eiffel Tower. Oh, he loved living at the Eiffel Tower because it was so high up. He could look around and see all of Paris laid out before him. Now, the one problem about living in the Eiffel Tower was that it was a little bit lonely living right at the top. He didn't meet many people and he didn't have many things to play with. All he had to amuse himself was a bin lid. He just had an old bin lid and he would spend his days bashing the bin lid and trying to amuse himself. So one day he looked out over Paris and he thought, oh, living here is quite huge. It's a huge city, so many people, and yet I'm so lonely. But then, far below, he saw someone waving at him and smiling. Could this be a new friend, thought Bob the rabbit? And he got his binoculars out and looked down and saw that this was a spy. It seemed to be a mysterious spy who was giving him strange signals. Oh, an adventure, thought Bob the rabbit. Maybe that spy wants me to help him win adventure. And this made Bob the rabbit feel fragrant. He was feeling so fragrant and full of joy at the thought of this new adventure. So he started to make his way down the Eiffel Tower. It was a bit scary going down, and some bits of it were quite ugly because it was a bit old and rusty. But Bob the rabbit managed to find his way all the way down to the bottom. And there he started looking around for this strange spy that he'd seen giving him signals. Suddenly, there were people everywhere, and he was trying to find his way to where he'd seen the spy. He decided to ask some people for directions. The first person he saw was a dinosaur. This dinosaur must have been on holiday in Paris, and the dinosaur was called Chiggles. Hi, I'm Chiggles, the dinosaur, he said. Oh, hi, said Bob the rabbit. I'm looking for a mysterious spy. Have you seen him anywhere? A mysterious spy, said Chiggles the dinosaur. No, I haven't. But try asking that person over here. He's been around here for a while looking up at the Eiffel Tower. Oh, thank you, said Bob the rabbit. And Bob moved on to the next person. This person was a penguin professor, and the penguin professor was there with his clipboard and all his textbooks, and he was measuring the Eiffel Tower and doing lots of maths and experiments and having a lovely time. And the penguin professor's name was Winston. Hello, I'm Winston, the penguin professor. May I help you? He said. Yes, said Bob the rabbit. I was at the Eiffel Tower and I saw someone. I think he was a spy and he was giving me strange signals, and I want to meet him in case there's an adventure there or he could be my friend. I'm not sure, said Winston the penguin professor, but maybe you should try going down that small alleyway there. That looks like the sort of place a spy would live. Oh, thank you, said Bob the rabbit, and he set off down the alleyway. Before he got to the alleyway, he saw someone standing in the way. It was a koala. It was a little koala who was on holiday in Paris all the way from Australia. And this little koala's name was Bim Bambuli. Hello, I'm Bim Bambuli, said the koala. Oh, hi, Bim Bambuli, said Bob the rabbit. I want to get down this alleyway because I think there's a spy down there that I want to meet. Oh, said Bim Bambuli, you can go down the alleyway, but be careful. There's lots of obstacles in the way. Oh, thank you for that tip, said Bob the rabbit, and he started going down the alleyway. Well, Bim Bam Booley the koala was right. There were lots of obstacles. The first thing that Bob the rabbit found was a banana. There was a banana on the ground. Whoa, said Bob the rabbit. I nearly slipped on that banana. Luckily I saw it, and he moved out the way. The next object in his way was a pair of pants. Someone had left their pants lying in the alleyway. Oh, said Bob the rabbit. Oh dear, I don't want to tread on those pants or go anywhere near them. I'll skirt round the edge of them. He carried on down the alleyway, and then he saw an aubergine. There was an aubergine lying there as well. Do people just throw all their rubbish into this alley, thought Bob the rabbit. That's not very good, is it? And he went past the aubergine. Then finally, he got out of the alley. He was in another bit of Paris he didn't know at all. He really, really wanted to find the spy, to know why the spy was giving him signals. So he turned and he found someone else. He went up to this character, who was a winter witch. The winter witch was there doing spells in her own little cloud of snow. And the winter witch was called Geoffrey Cabbage. Hi, I'm Geoffrey Cabbage, the winter witch, said the winter witch. Oh, hi, said Bob the rabbit. You haven't seen a spy anywhere near, have you? Oh, I shall do a winter spell, said Geoffrey Cabbage, the winter witch. And he did a little winter spell. And with that spell in the snow, the shape of the spy formed. Yes, said Geoffrey Cabbage, I think the spy went that way. Oh, thanks, said Bob the rabbit. I really want to meet him to know what signals he's giving me. There's a mystery here. I know it. And maybe I'll have a friend. And he carried on through Paris. Eventually there, in the distance, in the shade of a building, he saw the mysterious spy. The spy caught eyes with Bob the rabbit and began making strange signals. It seemed like he was beckoning him over. Bob the rabbit started to make his way through this square. There were more obstacles in the way. There was a magic crystal. I think that must belong to the winter witch, said Bob the rabbit. I'll give that back to Net. Give that back when I see her. And as he went past the crystal, he said, make my dinner. But the crystal didn't do anything. Obviously, the magic could only be worked by the winter witch. He went a bit further. There was another person in the way. He was trying to get past this person. This person was a short-necked giraffe. But still, its neck was long enough that Bob the rabbit couldn't see round. Excuse me, he said. Yes, said the short-necked giraffe. My name is Rebecca Rebel. Yes, you look like quite a rebel, said Bob the rabbit, but I'm trying to get past you to find the mysterious spy. Oh, sorry, said Rebecca Rebel, and she zoomed off to do some rebellious things. And as he saw her go, Bob the rabbit said, golly gosh. He carried on. He was nearly at the spy, but someone else walked into his way. It was a map turtle. And the map turtle's name was Phyllis. Oh, excuse me, Map Turtle, said Bob, who really now was getting exasperated. You're in my way. Oh, I'm very sorry, said Phyllis, the Map Turtle. I shall speed out of your way. And she slowly moved out of his way. I'm going as fast as I can, she said. And as she went off into the distance, Bob the rabbit called after her, hold my coat! Quite a sarcastic thing to say. Eventually, he got to the edge of the square, and there in the shade of the building was the mysterious spy. Oh, thought Bob the rabbit, he's absolutely stunning. And he went over to the mysterious spy and said, oh, I saw you from the top of the Eiffel Tower. I saw you giving me signals. What are you trying to tell me? Greetings, said the mysterious spy. My name is Holly. I am Holly the spy. You are quite correct. I was giving you signals, for I have heard that you live alone at the top of the Eiffel Tower and you are feeling quite lonely. That's true, said Bob the rabbit. I am lonely. All I want is to meet people and make friends. Is there some adventure that I can go on with you where I can make some friends? Well, said Holly the spy, the adventure to go on to make friends is the adventure you've just had. Because all those characters you've met on your way all want to be your new friends. Really, said Bob the rabbit, And as he looked around him, all the characters he'd met came towards him, smiling. There was Rebecca Rebel the giraffe, there was the Winter Witch, there was the koala, and new friends were appearing all the time. There was a little cat whose name was Bluebell. "Hello," said the cat. And there was a beaver, and the beaver's name was Sparkle. And those and all the other people surrounded Bob the rabbit and said, "We've heard about you living at the top of the Eiffel Tower all by yourself, and we sent Holly the spy to give you signals to get you down here so you could be our friend and join our party." Well, at that, Bob the rabbit was so happy that he'd made all these new friends and didn't have to live at the top of the Eiffel Tower with only a bin lid for company, that he turned to all his new companions and said, "Turn up the music, let's dance." And that is the end of Squashbox Storytime. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Storytime with Squashbox. Storytime with Squashbox. Storytime with Squashbox. Storytime with Squashbox.